I want to ask you a question. How many is too many? 40.3 million people live enslaved every day. Real people are being sold. 1 out of 4 of them are children. Can you see them? In cities all across the world, there are those that no one sees. Not only is human trafficking on the rise, but 1 out of every 3 women worldwide have experienced physical abuse, and many of those end up homeless. Can you see them? If we only hear the numbers, but never see the faces, is it real to us? Picture her. Every number has a name, and her name is Mealy. Can you see her? Jane sees her, and Jane sees who God could make Mealy to be. A quiet and meek spirit who wakes up early every morning to see the Mealys of this world and to do everything she can to change their story, no matter the cost. This is a day with Jane Caldcleugh.
Good morning. This is starting out a day. I don't know if you can say it was a typical day in my life and ministry. My office is where I can set up my computer, get my papers, my Bible, just sitting before the Lord many times just in silence.
It was in the moments of silence where the Lord spoke most clearly to Jane. Just after completing the Haggai leader experience and returning to Buenos Aires, Argentina, Jane began fighting human trafficking for the first time and has relentlessly pursued justice for others ever since. From morning meetings to late-night calls about victims, she has surrendered to this daring journey.
Last night, I got a call from another province in Argentina about a young woman who is dealing with the mafias of human trafficking, trying to find her mother, who disappeared when she was 4 years old. She has a baby, she's still on her life. And so we're networking with that. Plan to go downtown in just a little while.
After working with women in downtown, God opened the door for Jane to start Paths to Justice, a shelter that is all about the hope of Jesus.
Coming out this morning to visit the girls that are there, and this shelter is something we opened exactly 3 years ago, and we have served women victims of abuse, of extreme violence, of trafficking, reuniting moms with their kids. All come through the judicial system, and this is a place where not only are we sheltering these women and giving them new skills, they're being rehabilitated, we're going through spiritual care, intensive spiritual care. This is such an important part of our program. Mealy is one of the girls that has been in the shelter since last August, and she has a very special story. When she came, pregnant teenager who didn't even want to keep on with her pregnancy, and God opened doors. She grew up in shelters and homes, and she was really needing a place, and God brought her here, and I would like you to meet Mealy.
Yeah, yo creo que Dios hizo mucho en mí porque yo estaba muy perdida.
I believe God did a whole lot in me because I was so lost.
Estaba a punto de abortar.
I was about to abort my baby. What is it that changed your mind?
Las personas de acá más que nada influyeron en todo.
The people here are the ones who made a big impact on me.
Porque siempre me daban mucho amor. Como que eso también me ayudó a reflexionar a lo que iba a hacer.
Everyone gave me so much love. It's made me
rethink what I was about to do. Millie was taken for a sonogram, and when she saw the baby moving, that changed her mind.
Su corazón latía muy rápido.
The little heart just was beating so fast.
Los movimientos también se mueven un montón.
The baby moves a lot now, and she just is so excited. She's going to have a little girl, and this is God's doing.
Cuando iba a orar,
She's learning to pray.
cosa que yo no hubiera hecho en otro momento.
I never prayed before. She says, I pray.
Como que tengo fe, o sea, digo, sí, si lo pido, o sea, como que veo a la gente que va a la iglesia, cree en Dios y las veo bien y digo, bueno, yo también quiero estar así.
And when she goes to church now, she sees people that love God, and she says, I want that.
Not only has God rescued Millie, He has rescued her little girl. After many meetings at Paths to Justice and in the downtown area of Buenos Aires, the long journey back home begins for a woman of radical obedience.
It is now the evening of the day, riding home on the bus instead of taking subway and bus combination, just going on the bus. And this is pretty par for the course, about an hour and a quarter till I get home. And it's been a productive day.
The visions that this quiet woman crafted with God's guidance are now being held up by the Argentinian government as the model to emulate across the nation. And right at the center of it all is the gospel. So I ask you again, how many is too many? Jane would tell you, one is one too many. Her journey to end gospel poverty continues.